అండ్ మిమ్మల్ని ఎలా పరిచయం చేయాలో మీకు చాలా ప్రిఫిక్సెస్ ఉన్నాయి. కామినేని ఆడపడుచు, మెగాస్టార్ ఇంటి కోడలు, రామ్ చరణ్ భార్య, అండ్ మీరు సొంతంగా ఒక ఇంపాక్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేయడానికి ట్రై చేస్తున్నారు. ఈ అన్నిట్లో మీకు బాగా సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్ ఇచ్చేది ఇది?
I'm Upasana. I came into this world alone. I will leave alone as well. So please call me Upasana, and that's what I'm about.
అండ్ మీరు చెప్తున్నట్టు మీ యూట్యూబ్ కూడా ఒక వేదికగా చేసుకుని బోల్డ్ అని వీడియోస్ చేస్తున్నారు. ఫిట్నెస్ కానివ్వండి, హెల్త్ కానివ్వండి, వెల్నెస్ కానివ్వండి, అన్నీ ఇంక్లూడ్ చేస్తూ మీ ఆలోచన ఏంటి? ఒక లాంగ్ టర్మ్ గోల్ లాగా చూసుకుంటే దేంతో స్టార్ట్ చేశారు? చాలామంది లేడీస్ వాళ్ళ హెల్త్ని నెగ్లెక్ట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు, మొత్తం ఫ్యామిలీని చూసుకుంటూ ఉంటారు. కానీ మీకు అనిపించిందా అలా? మీ గోల్ ఏంటి?
For sure, a lot of women, I've seen it in the hospitals because you know the lady ignores her health and takes care of everybody else, but when she gets sick the whole family falls apart. And I've seen this as a real life situation, and what I want to do is I want to tell women to first take care of themselves and then the family will be safe. But it's easier said than done. Because a woman will never take care of herself first, because that's her nature. So she has to be respected in her own house, and that's when all good things will come to the woman. And I think that is something that needs to change. However wealthy, however poor, however famous, however not famous you are, if the woman is respected in the house will flourish, your mind will flourish, and the people around you will be happy. So it's very important, and women need to realize that. My YouTube videos and things that I put in is just because I have access to that information, and I come across, God has been very kind to me to make me meet such amazing people. So you know, I want to use that and spread the message to others. So my YouTube is only about that.
మీరు ఒకసారి ఒక మాట అన్నారు ఎక్కడో, యాజ్ లాంగ్ యాజ్ యువర్ లెర్నింగ్ యువర్ నాట్ ఫెయిలింగ్ అని. అందరికీ అప్లికబుల్ అవుతుంది కదా అది?
Yes.
యా. అండ్ మీరు పర్సనల్గా కూడా అది ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తున్నారు అనుకుంటా కదా? మీకు ఏది చేయాల్సిన అవసరం ఏం లేదు, బట్ స్టిల్ కీప్ ఆన్ వర్కింగ్ మీరు.
So I feel that life has to keep going, because an idle mind is the devil's workshop, and if a woman is idle or any man is also idle, you know, it's just a waste. Because the human body has so much strength and so much positivity that you can bring into yourself and spread. So you should not keep yourself free. You should either keep learning or keep doing, and that's the most beautiful part of life.
మీరు అపోలో తోటి ఒక సెన్స్ క్రియేట్ చేశారు. ఏదో సిక్ పీపుల్ హాస్పిటల్లో అడ్మిట్ అయ్యి వాళ్ళని క్యూర్ చేసి పంపించేయడం కాకుండా ఒక వెల్నెస్ అనే ఒక ఇది క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నారు వాళ్ళలో. అండ్ ఎలా అనిపిస్తుంది మీకు ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ వింటున్నప్పుడు కానీ, ఎవరైనా వచ్చి ఇలాంటి చెప్తున్నప్పుడు కానీ?
So Tata sat us down a few years ago. So and he said, you know, I want to tell my grandchildren this. It is your duty. My daughters have taken care of all the sick people that have come, but it is your duty, he told all the grandchildren, to keep people away from the hospital. I said, what do you mean? He said, yes, we must teach people how to stay away from the hospital as much as possible. And so now our whole focus is on prevention and trying to keep people away from the hospital as much as possible. Because you know, changing small things in your dietary habits within a budget, because people say, oh, diet is expensive and all, but if you change those small things, it will really make a huge impact to your health later.
యా, మీరు అండ్ సమంత కలిసి కొన్ని కుకింగ్ వీడియోస్ ఇవన్నీ కూడా చేశారు, మేము చూస్తున్నాం యూట్యూబ్ వీటన్నిటిలో. సో మీ ప్రైమరీ పాయింట్ ఏంటి, అంటే ఏం చెప్పాలనుకుంటున్నారు? మనకి పాత రోజుల నుంచి చాలా మంచి ఫుడ్ ఉంది, మనకి మిల్లెట్స్ కానీ ఇంకా చాలా ఉన్నాయి. మనం అవన్నీ వదిలేసి ప్రాసెస్డ్ ఫుడ్ వైపు కంప్లీట్గా వెళ్ళిపోయాం. సో ఇప్పుడున్న జనరేషన్కి కానీ విమెన్కి కానీ ఏం చెప్పాలనుకుంటున్నారు?
So all I want to tell you all is eat healthy. It's not expensive and it's not tasteless. And you know, everyone follows what celebrities are doing, and they're so, you know, they all want to know what's happening. So then, you know, and I asked Samantha, she said, let's go ahead and do it. And then I said, fantastic, let's go for it, because she's also about eating local. She's also about eating less processed. She's about eating fresh and vegan. And it's not so tough to be vegan. Your birakai, bendakai, chikudukai, palakura, all are vegan only, na? And even your roti and your dals, all that is vegan. It's just the way you process it. You need to know where the food source comes from. You need to know whether it's helping Telangana farmers or no. If you know that, then you're fine. Eat food that's from Telangana. It's amazing. If you're living in Telangana, eat food from here. If you're living in Andhra, eat food from Andhra.
అండ్ మీరు చాలా మంచి కాన్సెప్ట్స్ని కూడా ఎంకరేజ్ చేస్తున్నారు, టెర్రస్ గార్డెనింగ్ కానీ లేకపోతే
That's all
ఇంట్లో
her. I learned from her. You
Avuna?
know, I'm a Telangana bidda, so you know, I eat a lot of, and I come from this family, as I told you, where we eat a lot of meat. Even for Dasara, we eat a lot of meat. But after editing Samantha's articles, I've actually cut my meat consumption down, and it's helped me. I'm feeling lighter.
ఓకే, మీ ఇద్దరు దీంతో మంచి ఫ్రెండ్స్ అయిపోయారా?
Yeah.
దీంతో
She's a
అంతకుముందు
wonderful person. You know, I did 2 shoots with her, and I go to her because you know she helps me more than anything. So
Okay.
she'll like tell me what to do and things like that, and that's very sweet of her. You know, it comes and it's a genuine love.
ఓకే. అండ్ మీరు
something.
ఏమి బాగా వండుతారు?
I know how to cook. I'm not saying I don't, but when I cook with a conscience. For me, love is not adding 1 more tablespoon of oil or reusing the oil. No. For me, love is using small quantity of oil. For me, love is using right vegetables and eating small quantities and serving also small quantities. So when guests come home, I'm not going to put like tons of food on the table. No, that's not me. Because that means I don't care about my guests.
అండ్ ఏది బాగా కుక్ చేస్తారు మీరు?
What do I cook? Okay, so I cook, you tell me. I can make it. Guess chicken curry I can make. I can make vegetarian. Most of the things I can make. I don't cook my vegetables for more than 6 to 7 minutes because all the nutrition goes after that.
అండ్ యువర్ ఆల్రౌండర్ అనమాట మీరు. ఇటు ఫిట్నెస్ అన్నీ, అటు హాస్పిటల్ ఇవి చూసుకుంటున్నారు, మంచి బాగా వండుతారు, అండ్ న్యూట్రిషన్ గురించి కంప్లీట్గా తెలుసు, జనానికి అన్నీ అవేర్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు, చెప్తూ ఉంటారు.
But isn't every woman an all-rounder?
Yeah, that's నిజమే, అది కూడా కరెక్టే.
Yeah, every woman is an all-rounder. She knows how to balance everything. And men know it also, but they tend to get a bit lazy.
కరెక్ట్. అండ్ మీరు ఇప్పుడు చాలా ఇష్యూస్ చూస్తున్నాం కదా సొసైటీలో మనం, పర్టిక్యులర్గా విమెన్ విషయంలో. వాళ్ళు ఎంత కష్టపడినా కానీ ఈక్వల్ వేజెస్ రాకపోవడం చూస్తున్నాం కొన్ని చోట్ల. ఎలా చెప్తారు వాళ్ళకి, అండ్ ఈ సిచ్యువేషన్ ఎట్లా అడ్రస్ చేయాలంటారు?
Let me tell you that, you know, this is India. Almost half our population is women. So if you want the country to succeed, the women also have to be part and given equal rights. And I want to say this very, very, very strongly. This is Dasara season. And if the women of the house is not respected, don't pray to Devi. Remove the Devi from your puja room. Because she is the version of Devi who's staying in your house. If you cannot respect your daughters, your daughter-in-laws and your wife, remove the Devi. Stop being a hypocrite. Do not pray to her. Pray to the other gods, but don't pray to this. And this is when men and women also will understand their position and they will stand up. I told you this before. I am not a feminist, I am not an activist, but I am a firm believer in the power of women, whether it's to add to the GDP or whether it's to add to the family's happiness, or if it's, you know, to better your karma and do good for others. And that's what I'm a firm believer in. And if 50% of our population is not empowered, how will we grow as a country?
చూస్తున్నాం సొసైటీలో. మీరు ఇప్పుడు చెప్పిన దీన్ని బట్టి చంపేస్తున్నారు, రేప్స్ చూస్తున్నాము, చిన్న చిన్న పిల్లలు, మరి మంత్స్ బేబీస్ని కూడా చేసి చంపేస్తున్న పరిస్థితులు చూస్తున్నాం. ఎక్కడికి వెళ్తుందా అనే ఒక క్వశ్చన్ మార్క్ అందరిలోనూ. ఏం చెప్తారు మీరు?
I work with Prajwala Foundation and with Sunita Krishnan, and this is something close to my heart. Every year they make me cards and all that, and when I see them, I felt like saying, darlings, why didn't you just slap him across the face? And then I look at them, and then I've realized that all these people have been sold either by their own families or put into this position by someone who they trusted and believed in. So I'm seeing all this and it's paining me. But I'm not going to come out there and tweet and say, oh, I support this, I do this. I'm not going to do anything one-off. I'm going to come with a plan, and my plan is to educate women. Educate women that you are a god, you are a Devi. Use this festival to bring out the Devi within you. And I'm saying this with a very, very, very straight face. It's not anger within me, but it's something that is pushing me to say that, you know, you have to stand up for yourself. Yes, the only thing we are not blessed with is physical strength as compared to a man. But apart from that, everything else is equal or more.
చూస్తున్నాం దిశ ఇష్యూ చూసాం మనం, ఏం జరిగింది ఎలా జరిగింది అనేది, ఖత్రాస్ ఇన్సిడెంట్ చూసాం. ఎక్కడో ఒక బేసిక్ స్ట్రక్చర్లోనే ఏదో సంథింగ్ వెంట్ రాంగ్ అనేది అర్థమవుతుంది. మగవాళ్ళకి ఏం చెప్పాలి ఇలాంటి ఒక మూమెంట్లో?
I can't tell them anything also, because there's nothing to say. What I'll tell them is, why would you do it? Because I'm not here to preach to anybody, but I will look at everyone as an equal. So the day the woman understands that she's equal to a man, and the day the man realizes that the woman is equal to the man, and the lens changes, your problem gets solved. Whether it's work, whether it's love, whether it's everything, whether it's marriage, whether it's everything, men and women have to be equal.
పేరెంట్స్కి పర్టిక్యులర్గా ఒక అబ్బాయిని కానీ ఒక అమ్మాయిని కానీ ఇద్దరిని పెంచే విధానంలోనే కొంత మార్పు ఉంటుంది. మీరు అది అగ్రీ చేస్తారా?
That's in your mindset, honestly. Because I think my parents are more than happy having me and my brother as well. You know, and I love my sister and my brother equally. Yeah, it depends about who annoys me more, but that's the only relationship. You know, that's, otherwise everything else is equal.
మనం పితృస్వామ్య వ్యవస్థ, పేట్రియార్కియల్ సొసైటీలో ఉన్నాము. అండ్ వారసత్వం అంటే అబ్బాయి టు ఇలానే వెళ్తూ ఉంటుంది. అండ్ అబ్బాయి నుంచి ఆర్ ఫాదర్ నుంచి డాటర్స్కి రావడం అనేది చాలా మనం తక్కువగా చూస్తూ ఉంటాం. అండ్ మీరు మీ ఫ్యామిలీలో మీకు తండ్రి నుంచి తాతగారి నుంచి అమ్మాయిలు వారసత్వంగా తీసుకున్నారు. అండ్ దాన్ని కంప్లీట్గా బిల్డ్ చేసి అలా స్టెబిలైజ్ చేసి నిలబెట్టారు. మీకు ఏమనిపిస్తుంది మీ అంపైర్ లాంటిదాన్ని మీ ఈ మొత్తం ఆర్గనైజేషన్ని చూసినప్పుడు?
It's not a patriarchal society, first of all, because 50% of the people are women.
Okay.
Of the country. You have to change the lens that you look at the world. And without the woman, the man can't stand. He can be alone, but he'll be miserable. So, you know, every god needs his devi. Every male god needs the female god. Every female god needs the male god. It's all equal. And that's how we need to look at it. I'm being a bit philosophical now because I'm watching Ramayana, but and I think it's really, really beautiful. But I must say that I think it will change with our generation.
Yeah.
And every generation there is a change.
Okay. And practically మీరు చెప్పినవన్నీ అప్లై చేయడం ఇప్పుడున్న సొసైటీకి కుదురుతుందా అనేది నాకు ఒక క్వశ్చన్.
Of course. Anything is possible. Did we know a pandemic is going to hit us? Would society accept me coloring my hair? It's exactly like that.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to be thick-skinned. And actually social media has taught me that.
ఓకే. అండ్ మీలో ఉన్న ఇంకొక యాంగిల్ ఏంటి? అరుస్తూ కనిపిస్తారా ఎప్పుడైనా ఎవరినైనా?
Of course.
అవునా?
You'll see Kali Devi in me also.
అవునా?
Whenever it's
ఏ
needed.
టైంలో?
No, it's very, I try to, I'm human. Okay, so I do have different moods, different feelings, and I celebrate those moods and feelings. Only if you have sadness will you know the value of happiness. And I think that's something that one of my gurus taught me, and I learnt it, and I learned to appreciate sadness. And yes, I have gone through a lot, and it's made me stronger, and I'm still going through a lot.
బయట చూస్తుంటే ఎవరైనా మిమ్మల్ని చూస్తే వీళ్ళు సెలబ్రిటీ, ఒక సిల్వర్ స్పూన్తో పుట్టారు, వీళ్ళు చెప్పేవన్నీ కరెక్టేనా, నిజంగా ఇంత జరుగుతుందా లైఫ్లో, వీళ్ళకి ఏం తక్కువ, ఇలాంటి చాలా కామెంట్స్ వినిపిస్తూ ఉంటాయి కదా. మీకు ఎలా హ్యాండిల్ చేస్తారు అటువంటి వాటిని, అండ్ మీ ఆన్సర్ ఏంటి దానికి?
So everyone thinks if you're born with a silver, golden, platinum spoon, life is easy. Let me tell you, life is much, much, much tougher. Because you know, you don't know the problems I'm facing. I don't know the problems you're facing. I respect you, you respect my problems, because no one's problems are bigger or smaller. And that is the respect people should have for each other. I am jealous of anyone who I see living in a hut. They don't have no headache of actually managing so many things. Look at that. That's the different dynamics that we share. It's the lens that you look at life with.
ఓకే, దట్స్ ద ఆన్సర్ అనమాట మీరు ఇచ్చేది.
I went to the Chenchu tribals. Oh my God, I was like, please make me a chenchu. You know, it's like so amazing. The way they live, the way they chill, the way they are in the jungle, and how they value life. And small things. They must be thinking, look at this girl, look at her.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, she's coming in a fancy car and enjoying herself and think. Exactly, life is about perspective.
జనరల్లీ స్ట్రాంగ్ విమెన్ని భరించలేరు అబ్బాయిలు అంటారు. అదొక సేయింగ్ నార్మల్ బయట సొసైటీలో. ఏమంటారు మీరు? మీ ఒపీనియన్స్ని చాలా క్లియర్గా చెప్తారు అండ్ ఏదో ఒక ప్యూరిటీ కనిపిస్తుంది మీరు ఏది చెప్పినా కూడా. ఇంట్లో ఎట్లా ఉంటుంది?
స్ట్రాంగ్ మెన్ని విమెన్ భరించగలరా?
భరిస్తున్నారు కదా.
రియలీ? ఐల్ ఆస్క్ యూ అగైన్. రియలీ?
తప్పదు కాబట్టి. కానీ నా ఆన్సర్ కాదు, నాకు మీ ఆన్సర్ కావాలి.
So I think, as I said, they are equal. So if you see them as equal, just take it as a mood. I think you're a strong woman. So there's no gender. First of all, you have to remove this gender thing.
I have to ask you these questions because that's what is there in that society. That's why.
I don't believe in discriminating against gender.
Okay. And meeku me personal life lo
my best friend right now is a transgender.
Oh.
And she's rocking it everywhere. Even Akshay Kumar has supported her. And a movie is coming out called Lakshmi Bomb. And Lakshmi Narayan Tripathi I love her.
Oh no?
Yeah. Oh. And she is like a very, very, very good friend of mine. And you know, I'm looking at these people. Look at her celebrating life. And who are we to say man strong, woman strong, man strong? Please grow up. This is really ridiculous. It's true. Both people have to be strong.
మీరు కొన్ని వీడియోస్ చేశారు కదా, సొసైటీలో కొన్ని స్టిగ్మాస్ ఉన్నాయి. ఇండియన్ టాయిలెట్ గురించి మీరు ఒక పిక్ పెట్టారు అండ్ మీ వైల్డ్ లైఫ్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్స్ గురించి కొన్ని పిక్స్ పెట్టారు. ఏం చెప్తారు వీటి స్టిగ్మాస్ గురించి కానీ అండ్ మీ వైల్డ్ లైఫ్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్స్ గురించి కానీ?
It's all the lens that you look at. The stigmas, what is the stigma against Indian toilets and things like that? We've been doing it for ages. Now that social media has made me so thick-skinned, so I said, you know, this will actually help you guys, and I'm using myself as an example. I'm not a preacher. I'm not going to give you information that I don't do. And I've said this before also, I'm a guinea pig. So whatever I tell you, I've definitely tried on myself, and then only I'm telling you for your own good. And I understand, and I am in your shoes. And I'm not just saying this for fun and to be like to win a contest or things like that. I'm saying this because I genuinely mean it. My job is to study people's health. So if anything that can do, if a lipstick shade can change your health, I'll study it. And that's what's really important.
And మీరు రామ్ చరణ్ గారిని ఏ రోల్లో చూడాలనుకుంటున్నారు? ఆయన చేసిన సినిమాల్లో మీకు నచ్చినవి ఏంటి?
So I really liked Rangasthalam. That was a great movie. And I'm looking forward to his role in this. But what I like about Charan is that when he chooses a role, he becomes that character.
Yeah.
But at home,
రంగస్థలం టైంలో మీకు ఏమైనా మెమరీస్ ఉన్నాయా? ఆయన చేసిన క్యారెక్టర్ చూస్తే చాలా న్యాచురల్ గా అనిపిస్తుంది.
I've never been to a village before, and I said this before. I've never been to a village where there's no signal, no electricity. And here we were in the middle of Papikondalu, and you know, I'm a city bred girl. You know, so for me to go there was like amazing.
అండ్ సెట్స్కి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు ఎక్కడైనా కార్నర్ ఆఫ్ ద హార్ట్ అయినా ఏదైనా సీన్స్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు హీరోయిన్తో కానీ జలస్ లాంటిది కానీ ఆర్ అన్కంఫర్టబుల్గా అనిపించడం కానీ ఉండిందా మీకు?
100% I should feel like that because I'm a human. If I don't feel like that, that means I'm not in love with him. So you all should be happy that I have those feelings.
Yeah.
And
of course.
you know, and also I want to say that I am human and I went through it. I come from a different world. And I'm not used to it, but there my Atma helped me out, and Charan also gave me so much comfort. He said, what are you thinking, it's just thing, you know, in the beginning of all that. And actually even his female stars gave me a lot of comfort because they have become my good friends, and I think that's something, you know, that's a bond that I didn't understand, but now I do, and I think it's such a beautiful relationship. And I've learned a lot from the film industry, whether it's about emotions, work culture, ethics. You know, people like try to talk about it negatively because it's the most in the limelight, but actually it's a great industry to learn from.
అండ్ రామ్ చరణ్ గారు కానీ చిరంజీవి గారు కానీ బయటకు వచ్చి మాట్లాడతారు, వాళ్ళు ఏం మాట్లాడతారు అనేది మేము చూస్తాం కాబట్టి ఓకే. కానీ ఇంటిని అండ్ ఇంట్లో అందరినీ బ్యాలెన్స్ చేయడం, అందరినీ చూసుకోవడం మేబీ మీ అత్తమ్మ హ్యాండ్స్లోనే.
You should do the interview with my Atama.
అవునా?
On this, not
అండ్
me.
మీరు ఏమి నేర్చుకున్నారు అని ఆవిడని చూసి మీరే నేర్చుకున్నారు?
See, in my house, the women are the strength of the family. Whether it's Ram Charan's mother, sisters, or aunts, or Nainama also. And because the women's happiness and health are very important for the family. So I think they've respected that. And I think every family should adopt that also in their lives.
అండ్ చిరంజీవి గారి మూవీస్లో మీకు చాలా ఇష్టమైంది ఏంటి? ఆయన ఏ రోల్లో చూడడం అంటే మీకు ఇష్టం?
Saira was amazing.
అవును.
So Saira Narasimha Reddy was amazing. And the roles and the stories and the experiments Mamaya is doing at his age and with his time and with, you know, knowing so much, hats off to him. I think that's amazing.
అండ్
But my Atama is his backbone.
అవునా? ఓకే. ఏ ఇంట్లో అయినా అంతేనేమో కదా, విమెన్ అలా ఉంటేనే మెన్ అంత బాగా వర్క్ చేయగలుగుతారు అండ్ ఈజీగా ఉండగలుగుతారేమో.
See, I've changed your perspective on life. You started this
We are on
about
same
thing, and
terms,
now
actually.
Yeah, see, now you're also talking about equality. You know, you're so great. I wish every woman after this interview will treat the other as an equal. That's amazing.
యా. మీరు ఎలాంటి బాస్? లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ మీరు వెళ్ళొచ్చినట్టున్నారు కదా మీ టీమ్ తోటి అండ్ మీ ఉద్యోగులతోటి ఒక టూర్ లాంటి దానికి. ఎలా ఉండాలి ఒక బాస్ అంటే?
Boss? Oh, I'm not boss. Mamaya is boss.
అవునా?
And what I do is I run my organization with definitely a sense of leadership, and I get coached. So I study and I learn leadership qualities from my family, from my parents, and I do have a coach coaching me through this, because it's not easy. My conscience is clear, my purpose is clear, my mission is straightforward, and I'm working in a sustainable business and want to create it. So the people that are working with me and who are along with me have to be motivated and charged up. And they are human, so they will have ups, they will have downs.
పని చేయించుకోవాలి కదా మీరు ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ద డే చాలా మందితోటి. మీ స్ట్రాంగ్ పాయింట్ ఏంటి? కొంతమంది అరుస్తారు గట్టిగా వాళ్ళని పని చేయించుకోవడానికి, కొంతమంది గట్టిగా చెప్తారు. చాలామంది ఒక అభిప్రాయం ఏంటంటే అమ్మాయిలు బాస్గా ఉంటే సరిగా పని చేయించుకోలేరేమో అనే ఒక ఇది కూడా ఉంటుంది. అది ఎలా పోగొట్టుకుంటారు జనరల్లీ?
You will shout at people only who you don't see as an equal. If you see someone as an equal, you'll respect them. So start seeing people as an equal. You have no right to feel that they are below you or under you, because who gave you that right? So that is something that you need to look at. And who said a woman can't run an organization? My aunts are running. My mother, CII chairperson, represented the country. My aunt currently, Sangeeta Chinni, is FICCI president, representing the country. So then, who said women can't be leaders? In my own family, I've seen it. But that doesn't mean that men have to get insecure and have ego issues. Why? I don't think the men that I work with today have that issue at all. And they also have to change the lens, because what does a man want end of the day? He wants a happy life. He wants a life where he has enough income to do what he wants. And you know, that's what you want. So how do you get a happy life? When your spouse and your women and the women in your house are healthy and happy in their mind. And how do you get more income? You can work as much, but if the woman also works because she has the capability to work, you have extra income. So with extra income, you all are happy, right? So gone are those days. We are not living in those days anymore. It's all about, and the government wants women to work. And people want to live a better quality of life. If you don't want to live a better quality of life, then your whole way of thinking is different. But if you want to live a better quality of a life, and if you want to give equal opportunity, and if you want to be a supportive new age person, then look at them as an equal.
ఎవరు మిమ్మల్ని బాగా నవ్విస్తారు ఇంట్లో మీ ఫ్యామిలీ మెంబర్స్ అందరిలో?
Right now, nobody is making me laugh.
No, that's okay.
No, because Please don't ask me this question, because we are all, you know how people are stressed before, you know, a movie release or a fashion show or anything like that. This is the time we are stressed, because we don't know what is happening. And there you're talking about visuals and clothing. Here we are talking about people's lives. So, you know, our stress level is next level. I'm talking to you with a smiling face. I don't know how, but you know, in between, in my head, I've lost my emotional balance. I've like, Tata puts it together amazingly. So he's like, I go to him, and my dad helps me like keep my head on my shoulders and grounds me and tells me, no, this is not happening this way. And you know, I think that is my huge strength. So a woman is not shy of saying men are her strength. It should be the other way as well. So a man should always also come out and say that the woman is his strength. And I think they say that, but I think it needs to be shown. So the minute they show that and bring that into action, your violence with women will come down drastically.
ఓకే, సో మీ క్లోజెస్ట్ ఫ్యామిలీ మెంబర్స్ని ఒక వన్ వర్డ్లో డిఫైన్ చేయాలంటే చరణ్ గారు.
Lion.
గ్రాండ్ డాడ్.
Healer.
హీలర్. ఓ. గ్రాండ్ మామ్.
Strength.
అత్తమ్మ.
Support.
మామయ్య.
Greatness.
అమ్మ.
My life.
డాడ్.
I don't have words to accept. He's my rock. My rock, you know. Sometimes you need to be smashed by the rock, but you also sit on the rock, and that rock is something that you hug. That's my dad.
Brother.
He's annoying me right now, but I love him to bits.
Okay. Sister.
She's always there for me. She also annoys me, but all our friends know. But we have a spectacular relationship.
Okay. Samantha.
She's someone I'm learning from now. I get inspired by.
Okay. Sanya.
Sanya, oh, she's my buddy. I love her. She's like next level. I love her a lot.
ఓకే. అండ్ మీరు సమంత అన్నప్పుడు ఐఎమ్ లెర్నింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ హెర్ అన్న సెంటెన్స్ చాలా బాగుంది. జనరలీ అందరూ అట్లా క్రెడిట్ ఇవ్వరు కదా.
I'm genuinely learning from her.
That's true.
I've been like reading her content and understanding her personality more, and the way she gives in, she just gives in. She's superb.
యా. తెలుగులో మీకు 2 మాటలు చెప్పమంటే ఏం చెప్తారు? అండ్ వచ్చా మీకు?
మీకెందుకు ప్లీజ్ నన్ను బాదర్ చేయకండి ప్లీజ్. నేను హైదరాబాద్లో పెరిగినా పుట్టినా, but please, I'm telling you, I know all the languages. I know Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Urdu, you name it, I know it, but I will not be pressurized, and I'm telling you, please don't bug me on this topic. And it's my life.
And one word on Namrata.
Namrata is someone I learned from, you know. So I learned from her. I didn't know too much about this industry and things like that. And she tells me, Oopsie, this is what producers do. I actually didn't know what a producer is, what a director is, and, you know, things like that. You know, because Charan and I draw our lines as to where. So she said, you know, this is the thing. We went on holiday together. She's been here more, and, you know, she's also an actor. So I really enjoy spending time with her.
Oh, okay.
And you know, her daughter's birthday and my birthday is on the same day. So you know, I have a very special bond with Sitara.
Avuna? Okay. Pranati.
Pranati is someone that manages my house even when I'm not there. She's so sweet, you know. She comes home, and when I see Pranati, I see this amazing girl that can take care of everything. She's the strongest. She's much younger than me, but she's super strong.
Okay.
And you know, she's so sweet. You see her and you feel calm. She's like that. And you know, Tarak is very lucky to get her.
Oh.